Platform 17 for the 1832 South Central service to Brighton, fast to East Croydon, then Red Hill, Gatwick Airport, Three Bridges, Waltham, Haywards Heath, Wimblesfield, Burgess Hill, Essex, Preston Park and Brighton. Customers for London Road, Walsall, Falmer and Lewis, also Hove and stations to Worthing should change at right.
Boy, it is really a windy London autumnal day. Definitely cooler than in the States.
Yeah, it feels
which is
like fall
nice, very
here.
crisp. We squeezed in a special trip to the Design Museum to see an exhibit about Azzedine Alaia. And if you are in the fashion world, you certainly know of him. If you are not, he might be someone that you want to research if you are interested in the history of fashion. He is super, he's one of the top designers of our time. He dressed everyone from Greta Garbo to Grace Jones in one of the James Bond films to Scarlett Johansson, Miranda Kerr, many people today. And then he died unexpectedly, I believe it was last year, and the fashion world went into mourning and his pieces became even more covetable. So he has a specific look and very body conscious. Sexy, but not glam sexy, just very body conscious, I guess. Very elegant. So the exhibit was really nice. It's at the Design Museum, maybe until November. We're not sure. But if you're coming to London and you're interested in fashion, that would be something we would suggest.
Mm-hmm. He was a couturier, and one of the interesting things was that he was not on the fashion calendar. When his pieces were ready, it was time for him to show. So when I was working at Barney's, it was always off kilter. Whoever bought Alaia would go to Paris for 1 or 2 days and come right back. But they certainly could not combine the appointment with all the other appointments.
Not on the fashion calendar.
Yeah.
When he was ready, everyone had to come specifically for him. And they did. So that shows his importance. To the Wolseley. I wanted to take Delia there. I'd eaten there with my mother before, and if you know anything about London, you certainly already know about it, so we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about it. But if you haven't been to London, the Wolseley is a lovely place to eat. It's a hot spot. You will hear about it, and it's beautiful and very European. We went for Sunday brunch. If you go for Sunday brunch, know that you're going to be there a while. And make a reservation. It's a place for special occasions, Sunday brunch, and glamorous going out to eat. It's smart casual. You don't have to dress up, but I think in respect for the place, you might want to at least get out of your blue jeans and sneakers.
Yeah, we had a delicious matcha drink with matcha, almond milk, and dates. And they had a vegetarian menu, so it was just delicious. Every single bite.
Sunday brunch.
Yeah. We went to 5 Carlos Place in Mayfair to look at the Matches Fashion shop, and it's beautiful. It's a 5-story townhouse, and at the very top there is a cafe that's all complimentary. They have delicious coffees, and we got a pain au chocolat. We did not split. We each had our own.
I think they have like avocado toast and everything.
Yeah, they have full breakfast and lunch. And so once they have all these different installations, and they're all about emerging designers. So right now it's Maureen Sayre and some other designers. And then also anything that's on matchesfashion.com, if you come in and you say, oh, there was this Balenciaga jacket that I really wanted to try and it doesn't look like you have it here, you can have up to 6 pieces delivered within 90 minutes to this place. And as you're walking around the shop, there's all these barcodes that you can scan and find out information about the clothes and the designer. So it's definitely merging the physical and digital space. And there's also these VIP shopping rooms where you can have up to 100 pieces so that you can try on.
Wow. It's a really cool concept. Another interesting thing about the Matches store is that they have special events. If you sign up to be a customer on Matches.com, you will receive emails when they have these events, and you can sign up to attend at this townhouse. The other night they had a book signing for Mario Sorrenti's new book about Kate Moss, and Kate and Mario were there. They were a couple a long time ago, which I hadn't realized before. She was with Johnny Depp, and these are photographs from their time together. So that would have been a really cool thing to attend. So if you're going to be in London, sign up, and there might be some fun events that you could attend while you're here.
Museum, which is also called the V&A. And we love that museum and have been many times because they always have fashion exhibits. They had the Alexander McQueen exhibit a long time ago, the same one that the Met did, etc. So this one that we went to, we had a timed ticket. You have to buy it in advance, and it was called Fashioned by Nature. So obviously a hot topic right now is sustainability and how the fashion industry is polluting the air, etc. So that's kind of what this was about, and also clothes that are made from things in nature, for example, birds and pearls and iridescence and fur and all of things like that.
Show a lot of cruelty to animals in the past. That has been banned now for the most part, so that's really great.
So it talked a lot about Stella McCartney. Obviously she is huge with sustainability, and there was a dress by Erdem, which he was a part of the Green Carpet Initiative that Livia Firth started, and also pieces that are made with Bolt Threads, which is a company that harnesses pieces from nature that create fabrics and fibers that are both revolutionary and practical.
If you're interested in sustainability, then you can study more about Bolt Threads. It's a very interesting company, very interesting concept. Great.
for spring, summer 2019. For example, we went to the Azzedine Alaia presentation, which featured dance sequences. So it was more like performance art. So it's a really interesting way of exhibiting the clothes. Instead of just walking down a runway, they're actually moving in the pieces, and it was definitely body positive with models of all different sizes and shapes. And the 3 dance sequences, there was a runway show, the after party, what else?
Red carpet.
Red carpet.
But they were dancing and the music was fun, and one model came out holding a bunch of balloons. It just put you in a great mood. Fun and quick light dinner at Café L'Oscar. It's L'Oscar. It's a new hotel in London, L'Oscar, London. And the restaurant is opening actually tonight, the big restaurant. It's upstairs. This building is an old, beautiful building that housed the headquarters for the Baptist Church in London, which is fascinating to begin with. Has a lot of history. They renovated it but kept a lot of the details the same. So the restaurant is upstairs in the church area with this big dome, and then there's a bar down below. That's kind of interesting since it was formerly with the Baptist Church. But the food is phenomenal. There are only going to be 39 rooms total, which is small, but it is a luxury hotel, so that would mean 3 to 5 rooms on a floor. So it would be very quiet and a nice place to stay if you're looking for a new idea in London. London. We just passed the Buckingham Palace area, which was absolutely beautiful, and we're stressed because I feel like we haven't gotten to do a ton of things that we would love to do in London. Thank goodness we've seen some of them on prior trips, because this trip is just running from show to presentation to appointment. So it's been a crazy week, but we're having a great time.
We are just leaving the Natasha Zinko runway show. It was so fun.
It was such a surprise.
It was outside, and today is a bit gray and windy. So that was fine because it wasn't 90-degree weather.
It was in a courtyard too, some sort of industrial courtyard type.
And so all of a sudden we look up and a huge bus is trying to come through these really small doors. And they kept having to back up and keep trying to fit. Basically, the bus had Natasha Zinko branding all over it, and it housed both Natasha Zinko and the models. So the show began with Winnie Harlow, gorgeous model, and it was rap music, and it was, yes, such a fun vibe. And Natasha Zinko was my vendor. When I was at Barney's, she has jewelry and also ready-to-wear. So she's from Ukraine, and she has this red curly hair and super fun personality, and her pieces are really whimsical. So we are just coming off of the high from the show. It was such a fun experience, and we saw a former colleague of mine from Barney's, so It was a great time.
Yeah, it was There's the London Eye.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And there, back there is Parliament and the Tower of London.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so we're headed over to this side of the Thames now.
We went to What's happening? Why are you so close?
I'm trying to hold it still.
Really?
What?
Do you not see your thumb?
Well, I can't. I mean, I'm doing the best I can.
Hey everyone, we are walking. We're gonna get out of line.